Hello everyone, my name is Hyper1, and welcome back to another video where I cast your StarCraft 2 replays. This replay was sent in to me by a user on my Discord server. It is a gold level game on Pride of Altaris Ladder Edition. If you want me to cast your replay, please read the video description. Without further ado, let's introduce our players today. In the bottom right hand corner, we have the Red Zerg player, ChilenoSinga. Probably butchered that. In the top left hand corner, we have the Blue Zerg player, TylerJohnson. See what our openings for our two players are. This Overlord is not the first Overlord, so I was gonna say that he forgot to send out the first Overlord to scout, but no, he didn't. I am just bad. It's gonna be a 18 pool. An 18 pool for Chileno. And an 18 hatch for Tyler, so it's a pool first for Chileno and a hatch first for Tyler. And it's gonna be a gas right after that. So hatch into gas straight away, and then we're looking for a pool sooner or later. Hatch goes down at 17 and gas. Probably should get a gas soon. And wait for a couple more drones. There's your gas. Return the minerals first, and then there you go. It probably doesn't make a huge difference in the long run, but hey, 5 minerals is 5 minerals. So we shall see what Chileno does with this pool. Fast pool, but you can't make a queen out of the second hatchery just yet, and you also can't get ling speed for a while. So this is a defensive early pool-ish. Meanwhile, this hatchery's almost done, and the pool's going to be done at the same time, so he can get ling speed pretty quickly and also start pumping queens on both bases. 2 lings are going to be sent out for Chileno. Where they are going is over there. Cool. Like Tyler are gonna get a queen on both bases, gonna drone up the. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to do this. I'm so sorry, guys. What happens when you cast multiple games in one day? You change the settings to only show life bars for selected units and never show flyer helper. But then when you go back to actually casting a game, you have to change it back to damage and always. So Roach Warren down here, Spinecrawler is not going to survive. Oh my god. And these 2 lings getting... Okay, the 2 lings are going to get 1 drone. Which is sort of a big deal, but I don't think you want to inject with that one. I mean, I guess you don't want to put down a creep tuber anyway. So it's whatever. Minecrawler way back over here, blocking 2 mineral patches. Oh my god, all of these mineral patches are being blocked right now. Don't... Oh my god. Yeah, that's not good. That's not gonna be good at all for your mining. This drone is... What are you doing? Oh my god. That Zergling has 2 drone kills now. Another queen in lair. No sign of a 3rd base for either player. We're gonna send out another drone to kill this. Where are your lings? You should be making... Oh my god, now we're making 12 lings. Do we have ling speed? We do not. So we have 12 lings that are just gonna sit at home and be completely useless if there are no enemy lings coming. Really be raking roaches at this point because you don't even have ling speed. And roaches are just gonna scale better than lings at this point. Let's start spreading creep. Spreading creep in ZVZ, like a lot of like really good players will tell you not to spread creep in ZVZ. But I think honestly ZVZ is the matchup that I probably understand the least. This is purely coming from an opinion point of view, but if you like, I guess you can at least spread creep to connect your 3rd and 4th bases so the queens can walk around. But other than that, we'll see if Tyler stops creeping after that point. That can definitely be spread. Come on, spread it to the linear 3rd. Spinecrawler over here looking cute with 0 kills. Lings with link speed almost but not quite done, and they're also not going to get very much done at all because there are now 10 roaches. There's a roach for almost every single ling here. Okay, there is now a roach for every single ling here. So Tyler flowing 800 minerals at 5 minutes and 15 seconds into this game. No sign of a third base at all. Tyler, you really got to expand, dude, and also please build a. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it to destroy the roach warren at this point, but you can at least move the spine crawler out of the way. Like, if you move the spine crawler out of the way, all three, like, you can, like, they can go here, they can go here, they can go here. There's suddenly a straight path for those drones to mine those minerals. Then we're gonna take a double gas when we're not particularly high up on drone count right now either. It's a good thing that Chileno also doesn't want to expand, because this could be a runaway economic advantage for Chileno. Bad news for Tyler is that if you look at the units tab, we have 18 roaches versus 12 lings and 6 queens. I'm not even sure all those queens are hotkeyed. So there's a very real chance that this roach attack can just walk across the map. Roach speed is like 75% of the way done, as well as an Evo chamber. There are no upgrades yet. TylerJohnson has +1 carapace. Interesting. I don't know that carapace is. I don't know how much damage roaches do. Let's look it up. If +1 carapace stops these lings from like getting killed from like a certain number of shots, it might be worth it. Okay, so roaches do 16 damage with their basic attack, and lings have 35 HP. So whether or not they have that armor point is completely useless in determining they're still gonna get 3-shot. So +1 carapace is not super useful. TylerJohnson now has his own roaches though, and 15 damage divided by 100 into 145 HP means 10 hits. And then another point of armor on top of that means that you're only taking 14 damage. So yes, roaches with +1 carapace versus roaches with no attack upgrades do survive for 1 more hit, which is nice, but the lings are probably going to die first because the lings are what's closer. Okay, Tyler finally taking a double expand. I mean, I guess at this point expanding at all is better than not expanding. Fortunately, okay, where is your army? Did your army just disappear while I wasn't looking? Oh, it's all in the Nidus. Oh, there's a Nidus. Oh my god. And there's also a Spire on the way. So this Nidus is gonna pop up, and Tyler better react to this. Come on, your Overlord even sees it. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, only 12 lings and 9 roaches and 7 queens. It does not look like there's gonna be enough to hold this, and this Nidus worm is gonna get up. There's no stopping this. You gotta kill that Nidus worm right now. Like, just let the units come out, and then now you can overwhelm the roaches that are stuck here. And then now once you overwhelm them, you can kill the Nidus worm, and suddenly this is an amazing trading with. So, somehow defending, TylerJohnson is going to secure his 4 bases and hopefully start droning them up sooner or later. +1 ranged attack on the way as well as +2 carapace for Tyler. Chileno with 3 Evo chambers and 0 upgrades on them, and gonna realizing that the Nidus play is probably not an option anymore, gonna eject all the roaches from the Nidus. Oh, and never mind, I lied. We're putting them back in. Oh no, that was just a rally. Anyway, Spire, and there's a Spire. 2 Spires for TylerJohnson, and I'm hoping that Chileno will actually use this tech. That's not a full wall at all. There's 2 holes here. What the heck? Third base going down for Chileno. Tyler, who should have a really big eco lead right now, but not making drones. Man, this is a big army. This is a big army, dude. I don't think you can fight this right now. You gotta back up. That's the wrong way to back up. I mean, I guess you can fight with your queens, but you gotta pull the queens on this, dude. You got transfuse. You can go kill this. Or at least not die instantly to it. Instead, we're gonna... I don't even know what we're doing over here. But okay. Base dies. And there's... only sign of units is 3 Hydralisks. What the? Suddenly we are supply blocked? Where are your overlords? So these bases just went up, we finished up, and then we never droned them, we didn't protect them, and now it's just wasted money for TylerJohnson, who is now down 50 army supply and doesn't have a whole lot that can shoot up to kill these mutas. So if Chileno just target fires these Hydralisks down, then the mutas have complete, like, if these queens just keep sitting here and the hydras die, the mutas are completely uncontested. Oh man. Okay, Tyler deciding he's not gonna try to defend at home, he's just gonna go like trade some bases. Back over here, one muta is not gonna kill one queen. Upgrades, +2 care plays, +1 melee weapons is done for Tyler, and no such thing in sight for Chileno. Which means that at least Tyler's units are going to be a little bit better. Oh no, you want to get out of there? You don't want to be killing those extractors. Burrow is not what you... Burrow not going to work in ZVZ when everyone has overseers flying around everywhere and just A-moving them with their army. F2 A-moving them. Nice spread of creep out in the front, I guess. The thing about having creep that goes beyond your bases in ZVZ is that the creep helps your opponent move faster, and if you're defending, then the only places that you want creep are the places where you're the only one who can use the creep. So if the creep is out in front of your base like that, right, like your base is like this, and you're not actively like defending that territory, muta 1v1. Yo, okay, the simulant Mutalisk is gonna die. If you aren't actively defending the creep, and you don't want your opponent to be using it, so you just don't make it at all. You want creep to connect your bases, and that's about it. So your queens don't get stuck, which is exactly... They're not stuck, but they are just chilling over here. This is the knitting convention over here. Roaches show up, and 5 queens are not gonna handle that. How does Tyler win this? Tyler is 8 mutas versus... Okay, where even is your army right now? It's just... Where are your Mutalisks? Okay, they're over here killing his Mutalisks. The roaches are still a big problem. They're just gonna march right up this ramp, spine crawler be damned. And the question is, will the roaches are getting clumped up on each other, there is no stutter stepping forward. But the spine crawler will go down, and the queen will go down, and the Mutalisks, I don't think they can kill. They'll kill the roaches eventually, but the question is, will it be soon enough? More mutas on the way for Chilenos. A bunch of roaches just hanging out over here doing nothing. Go do something with your army. If your army is doing nothing, and your opponent has army that does something beats army that does nothing. Trust me, guys. Like, this has been established by decades of research. I promise you. Roach Warren is gonna go down, and suddenly, okay, what even can Tyler make at this point? He can make Zerglings, Hydras, and Mutas. I think you really want roaches right now, though, because roaches. I guess. Okay, there's 2 hit points left on this hatchery. You gotta kill it. Oh my god! I swear if this hatchery doesn't die, if these Mutalisks just like do one glaive worm bounce onto that hatchery, it will die. So now we are like anxiously watching this hatchery's HP bar as... Okay, it's not gonna die, is it? Okay, that's a little silly. But the hatchery will survive at like 2 HP, and then now it's just gonna heal back up. So, has this turned into Muta Wars? I do believe this has turned into Mutalisk Wars. With just like a few roaches on the ground. I say this, but these roaches are not getting any attention. No Spore Crawler over here, just other mutas, and a queen. Tyler has been more on point with... Okay, just as I say that, 2 Spore Crawlers are going to come out. So, +1 air carapace is done, so they'll take less damage from queens. There is nothing to contest these Mutalisks. Where even... Okay. Tyler, finally remembering that these roaches exist, but you don't want to just sit... You do not want to just park them down in front of Mutas like that. Still though, this is actually starting to do a bit of damage. Chileno down about 14 workers now. But Tyler, without really an economy to like... My god, look at how much over mining there is on this base. 12 workers, 5... Actually, just put these on gas at this point. I mean, it's... Like, your mineral patches are oversaturated. There's not even a... Kill the queen. Oh, goodness gracious. Now you can kill the Mutalisks, and there's literally nothing to fight you at the moment. 14 Mutas. Mutas rallying across the map. Indeed, this is Muta Wars. Retaking... Okay, third base has been retaken for Tyler. Third base never actually went down for Chileno, but the entire drone line got rinsed. What are we looking at right now in this game? Looks like Chileno has actually managed to trade quite a bit more poorly in this game so far. Must be the upgrades. That or something else. I'm really not too sure, because there's just... I don't even know what's going on at this point. It's both sides throwing away roaches into Mutalisks and just pumping Mutalisks. Okay, pullback micro. Interesting. Oh, that is not pullback micro. You're gonna... Okay, that Muto does. Chileno asks, hidden base. Does he not know? No, there is no... No. Actually, no, Chileno. Tyler has not had a hidden base at all in this game. He actually only made the bases that you went and killed. And he's not even droning up the third base that's going on right now. He's way too preoccupied with the Mutalisk micro going on the other side of the map. I can't blame him. It's getting a lot of damage done. Finally, rallying roaches across the map. Hopefully gonna finish off the other side. Yeah. +1 air attack is done. With +2 air carrier base about to be done. So yeah, Tyler's units are just straight up more upgraded, just better units than Chileno's right now. So Chileno, who is down on economy by a lot, and now like just down in Mutalisk count by a lot, is just not going to trade efficiently at all, and he's going to tap out. So at 17 minutes and... Okay, he's not going to tap out anyway. At 17 minutes and 42 seconds, TylerJohnson is the winner of this game. Okay, so... Man. That's Roach Wars into Muta Wars. Not every ZVZ goes into Mutalisk Wars, but when it does, it is pretty interesting to watch. Tyler with... I mean, there's not a lot to say this game. Chileno had the Night Swarm, but it went down. And despite having a massive army lead at the start, look at all these roaches that are still stuck on the Nidus network. Despite having a massive heads lead at the start of the game in army supply, just putting all your eggs in one basket by putting down the Nidus Swarm is probably not the best way to leverage your superior army count. You can just walk up to the front of his base, and yeah, kill him. Chileno being on 2 base for the longest time just didn't have the means to mine enough money. And overall, that led to him not having upgrades and just not having enough stuff. And when the Mutalisk... Eventually, the Muta tech switch from both sides was interesting, but as soon as what was it? Tyler just made more Mutas. What would have been interesting to see out of Chileno is if you can make a couple Corruptors to support the Mutalisks. Or even just pure Corruptor, because these Mutas are such a menace that the Corruptors would honestly maybe be a decent call. At least for defending, and more Queens would have been good too. I don't know how many Queens... A lot of Queens went down that game, 8 Queens, but none of them were actually together to deal with these Mutalisks. If they were all together, being properly controlled and all, they could have definitely transfused each other and just driven these Mutalisks away. But yeah, Chileno sitting on just not enough bases for the longest time this game. not even making that many drones, and Tyler with a pretty big bank at times, just not taking more bases. But hey, anyway, thank you TylerJohnson for sending in that game, and that is all I have for you today. So thank you for watching. My name's Hyper1, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.